how the man had revolutionized the industry, how lucky Derek was to be his right-hand man. Victor's very selective, Derek said smugly. He only works with the best. Said I reminded him of himself when he was younger. We grab lunch together almost every week. He confides in me about company strategy. I took a slow sip of my water. Small world, I said quietly. Derek's eyebrows furrowed. What's that supposed to mean? The entire table went silent. Even the kids at the small table stopped throwing mashed potatoes. I pulled out my phone and opened my photos. Victor Ashby? I said, turning the screen toward Derek. You mean this Victor Ashby? The photo showed me and Victor at his daughter's wedding last spring. I was his best man. Derek's face went white. That's my college roommate, I continued calmly. We started our first company together in his garage back in 2008. I was there when he built everything from nothing. I introduced him to his wife at my birthday party. I'm godfather to his kids. My mother-in-law's fork clattered against her plate. My father-in-law's mouth hung open. Derek started stammering. He never mentioned. I scrolled to another photo. Victor and me at a board meeting, both of us in suits, laughing about something. I'm also on his company's board of directors, I added. Have been for 8 years. We meet quarterly to review performance. Your name has never come up, not once. The silence was brutal. Derek's Rolex suddenly looked cheap. His confidence evaporated like steam. I'm sure there's some mistake, he mumbled, but his voice cracked. My wife finally recovered enough to speak. Honey, why didn't you ever tell my family about Victor? I shrugged. You asked me not to talk about work at family events. Said it made people uncomfortable when I mentioned board meetings and investments. I looked directly at Derek. I also remember you calling me boring at your sister's wedding because I don't brag about my job. You told everyone I was a paper pusher with no ambition. Derek's face went from white to crimson. His mother tried desperately to change the subject, asking about dessert options, but nobody was listening anymore. My father-in-law started asking me questions about the tech industry that he'd never bothered asking in 6 years. My mother-in-law suddenly wanted to know all about my investment portfolio. Even grandmother leaned over and whispered, I always knew you were the smart one, dear. The quiet ones usually are. Derek left before dessert, muttering something about an early flight. I got a text from Victor that night asking why some guy named Derek was desperately emailing him, begging to keep his entry-level position in the mailroom.